I know I said I would never wear neon. I just personally would not spend my money on neon. But listen. Listen.
Linda, listen. Linda.
Zara took my money. And you know what? This sweater makes me happy, so YOLO. Alright, you guys, so obviously there's always an exception to every rule. I don't like to look at fashion as having rules. I kind of just like to wear whatever I think looks good and feels good and just makes me happy. And this sweater just makes me happy, okay? So that just goes to show that you should just take everything that I say with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, everything that I'm sharing with you guys is just kind of like a guideline. You do whatever makes you happy. Don't take everything I say so literally, because clearly I didn't even take my own words that literally. Alright, enough about this sweater. If you clicked on this video, you are here to find out how to dress like a millionaire on a broke girl budget. This is a continuation of my series that has been going on my channel for almost a year. You guys really seem to like it. I'm basically giving you a bunch of tips and tricks on how you can elevate your look and look a lot more expensive on a budget. And with Black Friday just around the corner, I have a ton of tricks up my sleeve for this video. So without further ado, let's just hop right in. All right, so the first trick that I have to mention is my Shop Tagger app. Now, I have been telling you about Shop Tagger for almost a year, and I kid you not, this is a tool that I cannot live without anymore. I've been using it nonstop every time that I want to do a huge haul. I use it for so many different things, for comparing prices, for comparing specific pieces that I'm looking for at different retailers. I use it to create shopping lists, wish lists. There's honestly so many things that you can use it for that are super useful, but for the Black Friday sales in particular, I love using this app to shop smarter and get ahead of the sales. Having said that, let me show you how you can take advantage of the Black Friday sales before they happen. So the first thing you'll need to do is go to shoptagger.com and install the Shop Tagger button on your browser. This is really easy and completely free to do. Once your Shop Tagger button is set up, you're ready to shop smarter and save money online. Here's my current Shop Tagger account so you can see all of the items I've been eyeing recently for this season. You can organize your items into lists like I have here, and you can also create wish lists that you can share with your loved ones to, you know, hint at what you would like for the holidays, your birthday. You get the idea. For upcoming sales like Black Friday, my favorite way to take advantage of the sales is to add all of the items I have been lusting over to my Shop Tagger account. To do that, you simply go to any online retailer, shop around, and add all of the items that you're interested in using the Shop Tagger button, and that will save them to your account. Just make sure when you're adding these items to your account that you opt in to get notifications when there's any price change. Then I just wait, because as soon as an item will go on sale, Shop Tagger will send me an email notification to let me know, so I'll be the first to grab the deal before anyone else does. So that's basically how I have been shopping and saving money using Shop Tagger. If you want to download the Shop Tagger app and try it out for free, click the link in my description box. My next tip is to shop vintage. Now, usually when people hear the word vintage, we associate that with old, kind of rundown clothing that doesn't look so expensive anymore. But actually, there are a ton of vintage stores around the world that carry really nice luxury items you can get for a lot less and still look incredible. If you guys are in the Toronto area, my personal favorites are House of Vintage, Public Butter, and I Love You Vintage. Sometimes you can find some incredible gems in there for a fraction of the cost in really amazing condition. Sometimes you just need to refurbish it a little bit. Like if it's a bag or shoes, you can just take them to a cobbler and get them repiped or stitched. Whatever the item needs, you usually can rehab it. So that's why I think it really makes sense to check out some good vintage shops. That way you can pick up some amazing luxury, unique looking pieces for a fraction of the cost. My next tip is to shop on Thursdays. That's because most weekend sales and most store coupons come out right before the weekend, and also that's usually when stores get a lot of new inventory. So if you want to be the first to get your hands on specific clothing items or be the first in the know when something goes on sale or is marked down, shop on Thursdays. Next, I want to talk about thrift. shopping. Now, thrift shopping is very different from vintage shopping. Thrift shopping, you have to work a lot harder to find some really good hidden gems, but the reason why I love thrift shopping is actually for basics. So if you are a student right out of a university and you're looking for a job and you really have no money to spend on nice high quality clothing, I highly recommend going to thrift shops because usually you can find really simple basics like a button down, some trousers, a blazer, simple basics that are really work appropriate, that are super, super cheap, that you won't be able to find anywhere else. And if you look for pieces that fit you well, that are high quality, made of really nice materials, you can usually put an outfit together for super cheap that looks a lot more expensive. My next tip is actually kind of a hack that I discovered myself from making my video series where I go into a super expensive boutique. I try on like the most expensive outfit in the store, take a picture, and then I go and I find dupes for those pieces online. I did that in my Chanel video where I was comparing a $43,000 outfit from Chanel to an outfit that I put together myself for around $200. I'm also working on another one. I'm not sure if it's gonna come out before or after this video because all of the pieces that I ordered haven't come in yet. So I'm not gonna tell you which brand I did it on, but it's pretty amazing. Stay tuned for that if it didn't come out already. So basically my point is, if you want to try to put together a really expensive outfit but you kind of have no idea where to start, a great trick is just to go to these really expensive high-end boutiques. You don't even have to go inside of the boutique because usually they have really beautiful window displays of mannequins wearing a really expensive looking outfit. Make it your own. The point is, take a picture of a really dope outfit that you love and think looks really good and you think that will look good on you. Go online and just find dupes for it. It's super easy to do and you can get the look for a lot less. Next, I want to encourage you guys to DIY your own statement pieces. Now, I have been DIYing for years. If you guys don't know this, but even before I had fancy hair, I had my own jewelry company. And the way that I started off was making a lot of one-of-a-kind handmade jewelry. And the jewelry that I was creating, it was kind of custom and avant-garde and over the top. It was embellished with Swarovski crystals, pearls, semi-precious stones. It was over the top. So I've been doing that for a couple years before I started fancy hair, and once in a while I kind of have like that itch to create with my hands, so I will embellish a pair of boots with Swarovski crystals. I have this hat that I bought from ASOS. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys in a couple videos already, and I just embellished it with a bunch of crystals and beads. I put my zodiac sign on it and some shooting stars on it. There are so many different things that you can do to really elevate your look without spending a lot of money. For example, these booties that I embellished myself with Swarovski crystals, I originally purchased them from Zara for like $40, and the Swarovski crystals cost me under $100. So my total cost for these booties was $140, and I dare you to go out there and find a pair of booties that look like this, that are embellished with Swarovski crystals for $140. I promise you, you will not find anything out there for less than $1,000. So that just goes to show that with a little bit of creativity and a little bit of time and a little bit of energy, you can create quality statement pieces that look way more expensive than they actually are. Number 7 is to focus on high quality basics. Everyone needs some good basics in their wardrobe to build up on their looks. Whether it's a basic t-shirt or a blazer or jeans, whatever it is, make sure that your basics fit you well, that the material is really nice and is flattering on your body type. If you have those 3 things, I promise you, whatever other pieces you're going to pair your basics with is automatically going to make it look a lot more expensive, because it looks tailored, it looks luxe, and it looks like you took your time to put your outfit together. I recently talked about these t-shirts that I am obsessed with from H&M. They are like $10 or something like that. They're super high quality, made out of 100% cotton, and they're very long, so they can be worn alone or they can be tucked into anything high-waisted. And that's just an example of a good high quality basic that fits well, that's super flattering, and that doesn't break the bank. I have that t-shirt in 3 colorways because I love it so much. So I will link it down below, as with everything else that I'm going to be talking about in this video. And if there are any other basics that I can think of from the top of my head that I think you absolutely need in your wardrobe, I will link it down below as well. Another thing that I really think is important wanted to talk about is minimizing the pieces in your wardrobe. Oftentimes we think that the more pieces or the more clothing we have in our closet, the more options we're gonna have and the more outfits we're gonna be able to put together, but that unfortunately is a lie. We have been fed through advertising and marketing that we need to consume. We need this latest trend and that latest trend. Otherwise, we will never be cool enough. And then we get into this cycle where we feel like we never have anything to wear. We feel like everything just looks like crap on us because we're not really buying the things that we need. We're buying the things that we're told we need, the things that we want, which are completely different things. So my advice is to do a complete closet clear out. Go through every single piece in your closet, try it on, see how it fits. Only keep the things in your closet that you wear often, that you feel amazing in, and that look really good on you. Everything else, just sell it, get rid of it, and use that money to invest into a capsule collection. And what I mean about a capsule collection is having a few pieces in your wardrobe that can be mixed and matched together in abundance of different ways. That way you have less clothes, but you have more ways that you can wear them, and you're never gonna run into the issue of I have nothing to wear. This is actually a subject that I can really go into depth with. I can give you a lot of tips and tricks on which pieces to spend your money on to create a capsule collection. If that is something that you guys are interested in, let me know in the comments below so I know that that's what you guys want to see, and I will work on it. But in the case of this point, the point I'm trying to make is that try to narrow down the pieces in your closet so you only have pieces in your closet that you love, and they're pieces that are very versatile. Speaking of versatility, you also want to look for pieces that are transitional. And for someone who lives in a city that has 4 seasons, we have summer, spring, fall, and a brutal winter, a really brutal winter. For me, it's important to have transitional pieces that I can wear throughout all of the seasons, because if you have pieces that you can only wear in the winter or only wear in the summertime, it gets expensive. So that's why when I'm shopping, I really touch the materials and I try it on, I see how it fits. I think about how I can style it. Can I style it in the summertime? Can I also style it in the wintertime? And if the answer is yes, that's usually a winner. And an example that I can give to you guys is this incredible skirt that I picked up from Aritzia. This is by Wilfred. This is probably one of the best investments I have made all year long. I wore this skirt in the beginning of September when it was still warm outside, and I paired it with a very breezy, lacy kind of t-shirt top, and it had a very summery vibe about it, but the color kind of says fall, so it could also be dressed up in the fall time. And in the winter time, I can also wear stockings underneath, pair it with some over-the-knee boots or booties. I can wear it with a sweater and a coat on top. There are so many different ways that I can style this skirt. Plus, a midi skirt is super flattering on almost all body types. So look for pieces that are not only versatile, but also very transitional. And if you are creating a capsule collection and you want to make sure that all of the pieces in your closet kind of work together, go for a color that works with your capsule collection tones. So that's what I mean by finding good, versatile, transitional pieces that you can mix and match with a ton of different things in your closet. When it comes to prints, my suggestion is to focus on prints that are neutral and look expensive. Personally, I love plaid, I love houndstooth. When it comes to animal print, I'm very, very picky, because with certain prints like polka dots and animal prints, it's really easy to get to a state of tackiness. So I'm very particular when it comes to those pieces. There are specific things that I look for when I buy animal print or polka dots or stripes. So if you don't feel comfortable with prints, I would suggest sticking with plaid and houndstooth, because they're a lot more subtle and they're a lot easier to incorporate into your wardrobe, and they look great with solids. So for example, this sweater I recently styled with a long houndstooth coat. So because this is a more trendy item, I paired it with a classic coat, and it really grounded it and made it look a lot more chic and expensive. Let's talk about whites. Whoever came up with the concept that you should not wear white after Labor Day was an idiot. Because personally, I love whites, especially winter whites. Nothing makes me happier than to see crisp whites against a crisp white, snowy landscape. It just makes me feel a certain type of way. Crisp whites can look so chic, so sophisticated, and look really expensive. So don't be afraid of wearing whites, especially after Labor Day. If anything, I encourage you to wear them more after Labor Day because they just look so good. Again, this is my opinion. If you don't agree with it, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Just saying. Another thing that I think is really, really important when shopping for clothing is to look at the label. Look to see what the garment is constructed from. I personally like to shop for clothing that it is made out of mostly natural fibers. Once in a while, I will make an exception if a piece just really feels good and looks good and just feels good against the skin. But most of the time, if it's an investment piece and it's a piece that I know I will have in my wardrobe for years and years and years, I want to make sure that it's going to last. So I'm going to make sure that it is made of high quality natural fibers. And what I mean by natural fibers are materials that are basically coming from our environment, like wool, mohair, those type of fibers. Wool and mohair are especially incredible for the fall and winter months because they insulate heat and they'll keep you super warm and toasty. And a lot of retailers like H&M and Zara are starting to incorporate a lot of natural fibers into their pieces. So I highly recommend checking it out. Make sure you read the label and maybe educate yourself on the differences between different materials. One of my favorite things to do to really spice up a look, and this is actually a great tip for people who are kind of scared to dabble into statement pieces, and that's to contrast your accessories. So for example, if I'm wearing an all white outfit, I'm going to make that outfit pop with black accessories. So I'll throw on a black on black pair of shades, a black little handbag, a black pair of boots, and really ground the look. So you're still making a statement, but in a chic and sophisticated way, and you're probably incorporating pieces that you already have in your wardrobe. Speaking of contrast, one of my favorite and most easiest hacks ever is just to put together a black and white outfit in general. I feel like black and white always looks so chic and sophisticated, whether you wear all black or all white, or you mix the two and you have a black and white outfit. It just looks really clean and crisp and sophisticated, and it's really flattering on pretty much anyone. One thing that I cannot ignore is good underwear. If you are wearing ill-fitted underwear, it doesn't matter what clothing you're gonna put on top of it, it's not gonna fit right, it's not gonna look right, you're not gonna feel right. So make sure you invest in good quality underwear that doesn't dig into your skin. You wanna make sure that you invest in a good fitted bra that flatters your chest, that sits properly on your back. I already mentioned this in a previous video, but I personally really love Calvin Klein underwear. I really love the quality. I've had a lot of my Calvin Klein underwear for many years. I've been washing it so many times. Honestly, all of my Calvin Klein underwear looks like it's new. I also do not like bras that are lined or that have an underwire, so I really like wearing bralettes on a daily basis, and Calvin Klein makes some of the best bralettes on the market. So if you guys are interested in checking them out, I'll link some of my favorites down below. And last but not least, good brows. I cannot tell you how much a groomed pair of brows can just elevate a look and make you look so much more expensive. I personally recommend going to an expert that knows what they're doing, knows different face shapes, has experience in grooming brows, and asking for their professional opinion about what kind of brow shape and thickness would be best flattering on your face. Get your brows shaped a couple of times until you get to your desired look, and then just maintain it yourself. Or if you want, you can go back to the professional and have them maintain it. It's not expensive to get your brows waxed every few weeks or so, but I'm telling you, it's gonna make the world of a difference in how not only your face looks and how your eyebrows frame your face, but your total look overall. I just think there's something about well-groomed brows that is a life changer. All right, you guys, so that wraps up my tips and tricks on how to dress like a millionaire on a broke girl budget. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, I have a lot of fun making them, and I'll continue to make them for as long as you guys enjoy them. Please don't forget to check out ShopTagger. I'm not just telling you this because I'm working with ShopTagger. As I mentioned, with all of my sponsored videos, I never partner with any brand unless I stand behind their product or service 110%. And this is a tool that I have been using for over a year myself. I've recommended it to friends and family, and it's free to sign up. This will really help you out. And if you are looking to take advantage of the Black Friday sales that are just around the corner, this is going to change your life. So I'll link it down below. I'll leave all the information again on the screen. And if you want to check out some more fashion inspiration, you guys can follow me over on Instagram. I love chatting with you guys over there and hearing your feedback. And that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are going to be shopping the Black Friday sales, I'm crossing my fingers for you. I hope you get everything that you put in your cart or you have your eye on. I hope you guys have a lot of fun and add a ton of amazing pieces into your wardrobe that you will wear and love for many, many years to come. All right, you guys, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next one.